Now we have our keylogger perfectly working, and we saw the examples in the previous lecture. Now let's see how we can just give this keylogger to our client so that it could interact to our Gmail and send us the keylogs. So we'll see the packaging technique in the next lecture, but for now we'll just see how we can just give this through the links, and we'll see about the download process in the next lecture. That will be the interesting lecture. So before that, it is the same main keylogger.py file, and let me just navigate where we have this project folder, and in my case it is in this home, and I have this PyCharm projects in this Mac changer because I haven't changed the name of the folder, and it has been the Mac changer from the beginning of this lecture. So now we have this main keylogger.py file, which is our keylogger. Let me copy this. And if you just remember from the Linux part that we have the server that is pre-installed in the case of Kali, and that is Apache server. That means we can just run the server from the Apache. So we'll just activate that service now first of all, and that will be done by this service command. Apache 2 is the service that I want to start, and let's start this. So we have now started the Apache server, and the files or the folder or even the pages that is going to be rendered is inside this. Let me just navigate there real quick. So that could be inside this var folder, www html. So our web server is hosted over here. You can see that it has the index page and it has this engine too, and I have created the new folder. In order to create the new folder, you will just simply press that is left click over here and just press this control or basically shift control N to create the new folder and create their file with the folder name file. And let's go to this file, and I want to just paste that our main keylogger over here, and this is our same Python file that we just created from here. So I have just copied that, and now we are in this file of our web server. So next thing what you need to do is simply type ifconfig because we want the IP address of this Kali machine. Then you could see I have this inet, which is basically the IP address of this WLAN 0 interface, which means I have added the external USB interfaces in order to support the wireless network. You can also make use of this Ethio0, which is virtual server machine network interfaces, in order to just have this internet connection. You can either use this network IP or you can use this WLAN 0 if you have any external USB connected. So I'll just go to the client part now. So I'm in this Windows now, and here what I want to do is just open the web server or web browser, not a server. So I'll just simply open the browser, and I want to just have this 127 that is not 127. I want that IP addresses of the Kali, which is 192.168 and 1.11. And if I just hit enter, it is saying welcome to the hacker soul, which is the page that is rendered in this server, which is inside here HTML. It is just rendering us this index.html, but we want to navigate to this file folder. So in order to navigate, you have to go back to your Windows machine, and after that localhost you have to give the name, which is the file in this case. So when I hit enter, it is going to navigate us to that file folder, and here I want to just get this main keylogger.py file. So let me just press here, and now let me just save this first, and let me just open here. Then you could see that we have this main keylogger, which is the same file. I'll just delete one file. It is the same file. If you just open this real quick, or let me simply rename this part, and let me just remove this main keylogger from here, and I'll just rename this because it seems like it is a shortcut. So let me just remove this one, and now this is the same main keylogger file. Let me just move this back here, and now we have to run this main keylogger in this client machine. So in order to run, we'll just open the command prompt. Let's navigate again to the desktop, and now again type python and main keylogger dot man backdoor is not the file, it is main keylogger, and when I just press enter, it is going to run. And whenever I just type anything in this client machine, it is going to give us the information back to our Gmail. So let me say I want to open, maybe not Gmail, okay, I'll just search for something in the Google. So in Google, I'll just say I want a car, and I'll just search for the images of the car, and I'll just go down, and again I'll just search for cat, and this is the two searches. So let's go back to our Kali machine, and let's open that Gmail. So I'll just say Gmail, and I think this is the Gmail we want to open. Let's see, we have captured all of that keylogs or not that is sent from the client, and you could see we have here that is the car was just typed, and you could see we had hit the car, and key.enter was pressed in that Google. I had also searched for this Facebook. You could see I had typed the face and B, not every Facebook key, and I have just hit enter after just typing face and B, and Facebook was opened. You could see in here we had the another subject, and it is empty now because this is the new message that we sent. And let's wait for some moment, maybe we'll see maybe even a cat. So let's refresh, or basically let's wait for some moment. It will just come over here because we have given the time to be the 10 second to send back to this Gmail account. That means we have to wait for 10 seconds to get the new messages every time. So let's go back again, and in this that is in the client, let's type something else. So I'll just say let me say chicken again, okay, or bird. Let's say parrot. Let's search for the parrot. Let's see if this has been captured or not in our Kali machine. So let's wait for a moment again, and let's waiting, or basically instead of waiting, let's okay, I think it has been captured. No, it is just showing us no subject. Let's go again back to the Google, and let's say something. Hey Google, how are you? I think this will be captured. Let's wait for some moment. Let's go back to our Kali machine, and let's wait for a moment. So this no subject is basically the time where we don't get anything. So you could see it doesn't have any key that is spaces, and we got now that is saying Google. So first of all, I just type go, which is to just in the URL field, and I type that is hey Google, how are, and let's go over here. You should get the command that is you, how are you, or maybe I was just typing hey Google only. So let's see what we just get. So we successfully executed our keylogger, and we saw that it has been executed now in the client side. So in the next lecture, what we can do is basically we can just package, or basically we have seen that how to make this download over here. So we'll just execute, or we'll just make this method in order to execute this keylogger.exe. We have to also package that file, which is Python file, into the exe, and make this download method in order to execute this download method. And instead of just going to the URL, we'll just simply download this keylogger and execute on the client machine. So see you in the next one.